My wife asked me to spend less money on food. What would Maharaji tell me to do in this situation? He would tell you to listen to your wife, that's for sure, because she knows what's happening and we don't. Next. Did I ever see Maharaji interact with animals? Aside from human animals? Trying to think. There's a lot of stories of Ramana Maharshi and animals, but I don't remember anything offhand with Maharaji. So, somebody says, I read about the time Baba woke up in the middle of the night and drove for hours to meet you at a perfect time. Why was he so dedicated to performing miracles for you and fellow Westerners? Well, why is above my pay grade. How is above my pay grade as well. What's not above my pay grade is to tell you what happened, and then you have to have your own relationship to that. And it wasn't just Westerners. This was happening all the time with everybody, with all the Indian people, 24/7, 365. This stuff was going on. Miracles were just falling off of him. He wasn't doing them. They were just, for an enlightened being, certain kinds of enlightened beings, things just happen around them because of the way they become enlightened. There are different paths, and the experience of all enlightened beings is the same, but the manifestation can be very different. Some can just sit up in a cave and nobody ever sees them, and they do all their work silently, invisibly from wherever they are. Others are more visible. Why Maharaj, why things happened that way, I have no idea. But I do know that they did happen. And certainly they had a tremendous effect on us and everybody else. Certainly they gave us a tremendous amount of faith to know that he knew everything. And everything he did, everything that from our point of view, everything he did was to help us. So when we were around and had these experiences, these miraculous to us experiences, it's something you don't forget, and it deepens your connection. It can deepen your connection in a way. Could I tell about the time that, okay, so Maharaji used to, every once in a while, he'd be sitting around and all of a sudden he'd look at somebody and go, what do you want? So I had seen that a few times, So I had my answer. In my mind, I figured out what I would ask for if that ever happened. And I kept that. I wouldn't say I was always waiting, but I had that in my pocket. So one day, actually, he looked at me and he goes, what do you want? And I said, prema-bhakti, which is passionate, ecstatic, blissful, crazed devotion. And he just looked at me and said, Abhinay, not now, later. Because I had no capacity for it at the time. You can't fill a cup with fresh milk or something. If it's full of stuff, you can't fill a cup. And in those days, My heart was full of many things that the last 50 years have flushed out, sometimes against my will, in a sense. I didn't want to let go of things, but you have to. So, but still, I think that was a fantastic guarantee, wasn't it? I wasn't capable of it at the time. I was a very tightly wound, attached guy with a lot of stuff, a lot of baggage. And there was no room. This process can't happen too fast, or they put you away. It has to be a natural unfolding, and that takes time. So that's my understanding. And so then you say at the end, I tend to question the possibility of having his darshan in this life. Well, that's called a thought that you believe. Best to let it go and come back to Ram. He's beyond any limitation that you think you can put on him. So if you want him, call out, do your practice, open your heart, treat other people the way you would like to be treated, and that will clean your heart and make a place for him to show up. It's up to you, on one hand. Is it up to us, or is it all his grace? Now, that's what I asked Siddhima. And she said to me very clearly, she said, Krishnadas, it's all grace, but you have to act like it isn't, which means we have to do our practice. We have to open our hearts. We have to cup our hands and catch the raindrops, or they just disappear. We have to pay attention. Most of the time, we don't even know we're alive. How are we going to be ready for prema-bhakti, for real love? How do I feel about people saying that I'm their guru? I really feel bad for them if they think that, because there's nothing further from the truth. A guru is a guru. I'm just a guy, a kirtanwala. And I've been around a long time. I've had a lot of experiences, but, I can't even piss into the toilet without getting it all over the floor. That's, I'm not a guru. But if somebody thinks that, it won't really help them to think that. But if they like to think that, what can you do? I don't buy it. They're selling it. I don't buy it. But what can you do? People think those things. It's basically a misunderstanding of what a guru is. I am a disciple of a great guru. That I will say. He himself said I was a disciple, his disciple. That much I can say because that's how I see myself. I've met real gurus, and I guarantee you I am not one. So, but that doesn't mean that we can't share wonderful things. What can I say? It's been over 2 years since I've chanted with other persons. I am not sure what it will take for me to feel safe to do it again. What was the process like for you, Krishnadas, to feel safe and ready enough to do so? Well, I had 2 vaccinations and 2 boosters. I was as careful as I could be with my mask. And I got COVID. The first time I went out to Mexico. I came back and I had COVID. But it wasn't a very bad case. And I got over it. So what it's going to take for you to feel safe, I have no idea. Only you know. When you feel safe, when you feel it's the right thing, then you could do it. It's up to you. Nobody can tell you what's the right thing for you. The whole path is about learning to trust yourself, trust ourselves. Somebody's asking whether these chants that we're doing are specific to Hinduism or the Hare Krishna movement. I wonder what faith these songs go with. I'm new at this. Don't make fun. No, I wouldn't make fun. These chants come from India. They come from the Indian spiritual tradition. The names that we're chanting can be described as the names of the Hindu deities: Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Kali, Durga, Krishna, Rama, Hanuman, Ganesh. All these are the names of the so-called deities. But even when we say that, what does that really mean? What are the deities? Who are they? We don't know. So the way I look at it is that these names are the names of our own true nature, because all beings have the same ultimate nature, soul. That's the same thing in everybody. So these beings that these are the names of, they also must have the same essential nature as you and me. But they know it, we don't. And so by invoking that presence and moving in that direction and chanting these names, we can open our own hearts and find out who we are and what's really in there. I'm not a Hindu. I've never been initiated as a Hindu. My own guru did not initiate me as a Hindu. He accepted us as we are and loves us as we are. But he didn't give us, I don't belong to any religion as far as I can tell. I feel like I believe in a spiritual reality that's shared by everyone, despite the religions that people think they belong to, which just separate people as far as I can tell. So. Is the state of the soul, the true self, always just in a state of watching? Does the soul have emotions? Well, I don't know. That's beyond my pay grade. But I don't think the way you said that is maybe it's not fully accurate. It's not like the soul is watching, it's like something watching. The soul, they say, is pure awareness, luminosity, clarity, awareness, consciousness. There's no one in there being conscious. The soul is consciousness. So you say, is it always just a state of watching? So watching implies there's someone doing it. You could say it's always a state of awareness. I think that would be more accurate. Or a presence or being. Emotions come and go. They are objects of awareness. They are objects of consciousness. They're like clouds floating through the sky of consciousness. the soul doesn't have emotions. It doesn't have experience. It's the consciousness of all. It's like the sky of consciousness through which stuff floats and becomes an object of that consciousness. You see it. It's felt. It's experienced. For instance, you're looking into the computer now and hearing my voice and seeing my face. What you're seeing is the object. The seer is pure being, pure awareness, which is your true nature. You think, I am seeing Krishnadas. That I is ego. You think it's a thought, I'm seeing Krishnadas. That thought is also an object of awareness. It's like another cloud in the sky. And there are a lot of those kind of clouds, so we think we really are who we think we are. But once we move back further into our true nature, all those thoughts are just thoughts. And there really is no ego. Ego is just thoughts, which we're stuck to and identified with. These are things we have to experience ourselves. Where is the temple for the Hanuman picture right above Maharaji's photo? That's Nib Karoli. That's where Maharaji was in a cave for many years. You mean, wait, can you even see it right now? You can't even see it the way the light is. Can you see it? Oh yeah, up here. There. I think that's what you're talking about. That's Maharaji sitting in front of a Hanuman that he himself shaped out of clay and mud on a wall. And it's still there. I was there some years ago, maybe about 8 years ago. It's in the town of Nibkarori in southeastern Uttar Pradesh, and it's a very small village, and it's where Maharaji was in a cave for a long time. Don't go there. It has the highest murder rate in India. Your 5 a.m. Chalisa, you mean the 4 a.m. Chalisa. The 5 a.m. Chalisa, I was already asleep again, is the only one I can connect with. Well, that's nice. I'm glad you connect with something. What can I talk about? I woke up in the middle of the night singing that in my head. I recorded it and went back to sleep. And in the morning when I woke up, I thought, did I record something last night? And then I listened to it, and then we sang it. We recorded it. How can I become a pure servant of Maharaji? Well, it depends on how you see him, what he is for you. You know, at this point, it doesn't appear to us that he's in a body. So it's not somewhere we can go bring him food or clean up the temple for him. And so the way to become a more pure devotee, which is what you're asking, is to see him everywhere, in everyone. And if you really see him in everyone, then you won't mistreat anybody, nor will you fear anybody, nor will you manipulate anybody. because you're seeing him in all beings, which is where he is. He's the antaryami, he's the indwelling presence in all beings. And so when you serve others, you're actually also serving him. And that's why, one of the reasons he said, we asked him, how do you find God? He said, serve people. Because in serving, we have to overcome our own stuff in order to serve properly. And it's a purification practice. It's a way of learning not to think about ourselves, training ourselves not to think about ourselves all day long, which is all we do. So think of others. Somebody's asking, today is Janmashtami, which is Krishna's birthday. Somebody's asking, what did I do on Janmashtami when I was with Maharaji? I don't remember if I was ever with him on Janmashtami. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. I don't remember. Has Maharaji ever mentioned Ramana Maharshi? Absolutely, yes, he has. The story goes that Maharaji was up north, in northern India, where he spent most of his time. And he was in a room with some devotees. And all of a sudden, he pulled his blanket over his shoulder, over his head, and he started weeping and weeping, crying, just weeping. And he brought his blanket down. He said, oh, he's in so much pain. He's in so much pain. Bring some water, bring some water. And he sipped some water. He's so thirsty. And he sipped some water. And he said, India's losing such a saint, such a saint. And it was just at the exact time that Ramana Maharshi was leaving the body in Tiruvannamalai, which is south of Chennai, 1,000 miles away. So these great beings are very connected, very connected. I don't know that he knew Nisargadatta Maharaj was, I don't remember him saying anything about Nisargadatta Maharaj. How do you memorize Hanuman Chalisa? Just sing it. You don't have to memorize it. Maybe it'll come, maybe it won't. Why do you have to memorize it? It's not a test. Read it, sing it. Most people in India don't memorize it. They just sing it. They read their prayers. So you don't have to memorize it. After you do it a few million times, you'll probably know it. What inspired me to write the English part in the Hanuman Chalisa? I don't know what you're talking about. The English part in the Hanuman Chalisa. I don't know what you mean. You mean Hungry Hearts, maybe? You mean that's not the Hanuman Chalisa? I don't know. I don't remember writing an English part for the Hanuman Chalisa. There was another Westerner with us for a while whose name was Sadhu Ramdas, not Baba Ramdas, but Sadhu Ramdas, who's now the head of I think he's the head of the Asian Philosophy Department at the University of Hawaii in Honolulu. He's a wonderful guy, great guy. And Maharaji asked him to translate the Chalisa, and so he wrote the Hanuman Chalisa in English verse. I'm not sure where to find it right now, but it's out there. It's very nice. Personally, because I've been doing it in Hindi all these years, I prefer the Hindi, but it's also good to know what you're singing, which I do know, but you could learn. Is it necessary to learn it in Hindi? No. It's not necessary. If you want to, you can. It's fun. I like to sing it. People seem to like to sing it. But is it required? No. You can learn it in English. You can learn the translation in English and just read the translation. There are many translations out there. There's one on my website because I recorded it, so it's somewhere on my website. The idea is that you're singing to Maharaji, to Hanuman. So it's good to have some idea of what it's about. You don't have to know every single word in the Hindi, what it means. But it's a devotional practice. It's not a mechanical praxis. So it's good to understand a little bit about the story of Hanuman and Ram, because that's what's in the text of the Hanuman Chalisa, in the translation, a lot of things that Hanuman did in the story of Ram in the Ramayana. So, up to you. How do you find light in the darkest moments? When you feel pain so big that you feel like you can't do anything. That's tough. Those are hard moments. We usually live through them. In those moments, it's very hard to find any kind of relief. You just have to burn for a while. If trying to push the pain away doesn't really work, sometimes we don't feel we can even let go of it. We can't distract ourselves. We don't want to watch television. We don't want to go to movies. We don't want to eat. We don't want to do anything. But we usually live through it. And for sure, nothing lasts all the time. If you're in a situation where you're severely depressed all the time and in a lot of pain all the time, then I would look into getting psychiatric help, because there are reasons that you feel that way, and you're not able to deal with those things at this point. You're not able to find any way to deal with it, so you're suffering terribly all the time. Get some counseling. Start talking about this stuff. Get some idea of why you feel this way. You have that power to do that, but not in those moments. When it's really like that, all you can do is live through it. And also, you could also try to recognize that you're not alone, that there's suffering everywhere, and that everybody goes through these things, even if we don't know exactly when and how. And especially these days, it seems like the world's being flushed down the toilet. It's very bad. And people are dying, people are being blown up. For what reason, we don't know. So your pain, your suffering is not different than other people's suffering, except it's happening to you. But it's happening to somebody else too. So right away, we're not alone. So they always say, do practice when you can. And in those moments when we're really screwed up and really suffering, it's very hard to do practice. So in the moments when it's not quite that bad, maybe you can do some work on quieting the mind and calming the emotions. If not, try to find a way to get some help, because we all need help. And we all need different types of help at different times in our lives. So, I wish you well. Okay, it's almost time to stop, so I want to sing a Chalisa before we go. Can cats advance spiritually? I don't know. I don't remember when I was a cat, so I can't tell you. You'll have to ask a cat. It's very possible they're very advanced already. I don't know how much. Cats seem to have it together. More than dogs, although I like dogs. Shri Guru Charan Saroja Raja Nijamanu Mukuru Sudha Varano Raghubara Bimala Jasu Chodaya Kupalachari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiram Pavan Kuma Siaram Balabuddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi Aru Kales Bekar Siyavara Ramachandra Pada Jai Sharanam Jai Jai Hanum. Sorry, been a long time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jai Hanuman Jnana Guna Saga Jai Kapi Sati Loka Ujaga Ramadurta Tulita Baladhama Anjani Putra Pavan Sutanama Mahavira Bikram Bhajarangi Kumati Nevar Sumati Kesangi Kanchana Varana Viraja Subesa Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesa Atbhajara Dvaja Viraja Kambe Muja Jane Ursade Shankara Suvan Kesari Nanda Teja Pratapa Mahajagabanda Devan Guni Ati Chaturam Kaja Karibe Koatu Abucharita Sunibe Korasya Rama Lakana Sita Manabasya Sukshmarup Tarasya Hindekava Ikatarupa Daralanka Jarava Padhare Asura Sahare Ramachandra Ke Kaj Samvare Vaya Sanjivana Lakana Jiyaye Vira Govira Shira Lai Raghupati Kinhi Bohut Barai Tumama Priya Bharatai Samabhai Sahasabadam Tumaro Jasaga Asakai Shri Pati Kantalaga Sanakadika Brahmadi Munisa Arada Sharada Sahita Ahisa Jamakubera Digapala Jahante Kabiko Bidaka Sake Kahante Upakar Sugriva Inkinha Rama Melaya Raja Padadinha Maro Mantra Vibhishanama
Ishvara bhai sab jag jan, yuga sahasra jo jana parabhan, milyo thai mudur palajan, Prabhu mudrika mile mukamahi, jala dilange gaye achar janai, Durgama kaj jagat ke jete, Sugama anugrah tumare te Ram duare tumara kovar, Otana agya binu pesar, Sab sukla hai tumhari sharana, Tumhara chakakaru podaran, Apan tej samaro ape, Inon loka hankarten kampe, Bhut pisashan kat nahi aave, Mahavir jabanam sunave, Nase roga hare sab pir, Japata nirantara hanumatabir, Sankate hanuman churave, Bachan Dhamma Jolave, Sabapararam Tapasvi Raja, Tinake Kaj Sakala Tuma Saja, Or Manoratha Jo Koi Lave, Sove Amita Jirana Palapave, Chalam Yuga Paratapa Tumhara, Parasiddh Jabata Ujiyar, Sadhu Santa Ke Tumara Kovar, Asura Nekandana Rama Dular, Ashta Siddhi no Nidhi Ke Data, Asavaradina Janki Mata, Rama Rasayana Tumare Pasa, Sadaro Raghupati Khedasa, Tumare Bhajana Rama ko pave, Janama Janama ke dukha bisarave, Antakala Raghubara Puda Jai, Jahan Janama Hare Bhakta Kahai, Lord Devata Chittanadarai, Hanumata se sarva sukha kare, Sankata kate mite sab phira, Jo sumere Hanumata balabira, Jai 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 Hanuman Gosai, Kripa karo Gurudev kinai, Jo satabara pata kara koi, Chutahi bandi mahasukha hoy, Joya pada Hanuman Chalisa, Hoya siddhi saki gaurisa, Tulasi das sada harichera, Kije nath hridaya mandir, Bhavanatanaya sankataharana, Mangalamurti Rup Siyaram, Rama Lakshmana Sita Sahita, Hridaya Basar Sura Bhupa, Syavara Ramachandra Padaje Sharanam, Mangalamurti Martanandan, Sakala Amangala Nikanda, Mangalamurti Martanandan, Sakala Mangalamula Nikanda, Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri 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 Ram Jai Siaram Jai Baba Hanuman Sankat Mochan Kripanidan Jai Siaram Jai Baba Hanuman Sankat Mochan Kripanidan Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Jai Bajranga Bali Hanuman Karuna Sagar Kripanidhan Jai Bajranga Bali Hanuman Karuna Sagar Kripanidhan Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. So, about learning Hanuman Chalisa. You know, Maharaji did say that every line of the Hanuman Chalisa is Maha Mantra. The great mantra, the names. So, there is benefit to learning it in Hindi because the names are in it and what he said. But once again, you don't have to. And once again, it's also good to understand what you're singing a little bit. So if you do learn it in Hindi, please do spend some time with the translation as well. Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. 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 Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.